Welcome to Reading the Room, where we explore the intersection of creativity and intuition. Hosted by Michael Frontier, a clairvoyant and architect of the soul, and his co-host, comedian Benda Engelstoft. Each week, we invite artists of all disciplines to pull back the curtain on the how and why of their craft. This is a sanctuary for creators, a place to bridge the gap between your work and your gut. So settle in, take a breath, and relax. Let's read the room.
Hey everyone, welcome to Reading the Room with Michael Frontier and my hilarious co-host, Benda Engelstoft.
Hey everybody.
Hey.
How are
Hi.
you, Michael?
I love when we get back together because we both start speaking at the same time and I love it. So
we get excited.
I know, because I missed seeing you. How are you?
Me too. I'm really good. I'm doing well.
You look great. You've
feeling...
been busy.
I have been.
You're a busy
a
girl.
lot going on.
That's good.
January arrived and stuff just started happening. It's been really lovely. I love feeling good. What
That's
about
a
you?
good thing. I'm doing really, really well. I'm actually getting ready to go back to Chicago. So Wednesday.
You said enough warm weather.
Yeah,
I need to be cold.
I've had it. If it's not 40 below, I'm not gonna stay here. I've got to go connect with that cold weather. So
is something happening?
Family, birthdays, brothers,
Fabulous.
mom. My mom's in February, brother, January, brother, February, and nephew in January's birthday. So I didn't go back for the holidays. It's easy. It's easy because it's 4 nights. So at this point, it doesn't really matter how cold it is because I'll be with family. They're funny. So it'll be a lot of laughing and food.
Good.
So, and I'll be inside.
Where do you stay?
I'm actually going to stay in a hotel this time. Just
luxury.
Yeah. And that was nothing more than just having, I'm working a little bit while I'm in town, but just have a little quiet time.
Yeah.
If you know how I can chitty chat,
Yes.
I'm kind of quiet with my family. So we can all hold our own. So it was kind of a nice way to like visit with everybody, but then just have somewhere to go and chill out. And this is a total aside, and it's funny when Terry and I travel together, like we've been invited to everybody's homes, please come and stay with us, but we actually need a king size bed.
Yes. And
our sleep hygiene, our sleep schedules, like that's very important to us. And so, we would go visit my mother-in-law in Michigan, and she had, if it wasn't a queen, it might have been a queen size bed for sure, maybe a full size. It's probably a queen size bed, but it's one of those beds that, it had a dip in the middle. And so we'd be in bed and the night would start out fine, but within hours in the middle. Like,
rolling
I'm not
together.
kidding, like white knuckling the side of the mattress to keep from rolling into each other. So finally, like Terry would just get up and go sleep on the couch, and I got to sleep in the bed. So we learned very early on that we need, our sleep is very important to us, as is our food.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I've reached an age, I've said this many times, I turned 40 this year, and I'm somebody who, I love for you to come visit me and stay with me.
Yes.
Likewise, I have very generous friends who let me stay with them. But now I am of the age where I too need. John and I are not small people. We need a large bed. And we visited a friend and stayed in her beautiful guest room, I think on a full size bed. And it's cozy. It's very
like,
cozy.
I love you, but.
And also, John and I, we do the very Scandinavian thing of that we have our own duvets.
Oh.
So we don't share a blanket.
Oh.
And
wow.
that means you get to control your own temperature.
Yeah.
You keep your farts to yourself. And it's a beautiful thing.
That's appreciated.
And,
yes.
and if we want to connect, we can overlap the
yes.
duvets. But otherwise.
Yeah. Well, who's the one that runs hot?
We both do.
You both
We
do?
both do.
Okay.
We're little ovens. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the oven. So Terry loves sleeping with me in the winter.
He's like to stick his feet on your side.
Yeah. He can't get close enough. But in the summer, he's like, because I'm still hot. But he's like, a little distance is okay. So
I have a fan going in our room when it's cold as well.
So
I need the air moving.
Yes.
It has to happen.
I know that. Wow.
Do you guys have a bedtime?
I didn't know that about you. Now that I live in California, I'm closer to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
In Chicago, it was 11 to 1. It was just
Oh,
easy to stay up late.
interesting.
Yeah. But here I go
Yeah.
to bed early. I get up early. I start waking up at about 4. I always get
Wow.
woken up. I've been woken up by spirit at 4 o'clock for years.
Oh
But
my
now
gosh.
being here in California, I just naturally wake up early. So, and I kind of stayed on Chicago time intentionally.
Mm-hmm. It's
But then
smart.
I start work at 6 sometimes. So I start on the East Coast and then just work my way back to California.
Oh my gosh.
So it
That's
works.
incredible. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
That's
Sometimes I'm at the
fantastic.
gym by 6. Yeah. What about you?
Well, I like to let the spirit rise me as well.
I don't believe you.
And spirit says,
You must be in bed till 9.
yeah, I actually can't sleep in anymore. Like
Okay.
Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm up at by like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Wow,
Unless
good.
I've been out late, which is not often anymore. I'm up by 7:30, 8 o'clock. I don't even set an alarm anymore because I know I'm going to be, unless I need to be up earlier than
Sure.
that. And then there are nights where at 8 o'clock, I'm like, what if we got into bed now? I've
Yeah.
changed so drastically.
Yep.
I love sleeping. I love to get my full sleep. I don't feel
Yep.
good without it. And, I'll even throw in a nap. I'm a nap person.
I like a nap throughout the day. Absolutely. It's funny. Last night I went to bed about 9:30. So, I live in the desert, and every once in a while we get this desert dust. So it'd be like comparable to like allergies in Chicago.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And but last night I was feeling a little punky. I knew we were recording tonight, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna go to bed at 9:30." But then I woke up at 6, and I was like, "Ooh, that was like I've not slept that long and hard in a very long time." So that was very welcome. So
That's
I hope
it's actually on theme for our day today because
yes,
we're recording at night today, which we haven't done before.
We've never done this before.
And it's also the first time we're going to do a reading
on the
pod.
podcast. Yes. Yeah. So we're actually going to be doing a reading with Jason Avezzano.
Avezzano, that's right.
So just so the audience knows, I may have met Jason at one of the oral shows.
Oh, that's probably true.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know him.
Mm-mm.
So just so our audience knows, I actually sat a couple days ago, just because for clarity and time, I started his reading because I was invited in. I started his reading a little early. So I've got like a page or so full of notes to share with him. But once he gets on, I'll get blasted with a bunch of information that I'll be able to share with him as well. So go ahead, Ben.
I was just going to say, so for listeners, like what's really exciting about this is sort of like a little peek behind the curtain of how Michael does his readings. It'll be a little different today, obviously having a third person. I'll be the fly on the wall. But if you've ever thought about doing a reading, I can't recommend them enough. And now you'll be able to see what to kind of expect, at least in the format. Information will be different, of course. And you can see how what Michael's like as an intuitive, and you'll see what I see. And I'm excited for that.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So I guess we should just get started. So why don't we welcome Jason to the show? Success isn't just about what you build. It's about the internal framework that supports it. I'm Michael Frontier, and whether we're reading the room on the podcast, sitting for a reading, or beginning our coaching work together, my mission is the same: to help you shed old patterns and move forward with a grounded spirit and a fluid heart. When you align your intuition with your intent, you finally reclaim the lightness of your being, step into your purpose, and leave with permission. Connect with me at michaelfrontier.com. Jason, hello.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
Welcome.
I'm good. Really, really good. Thank you for having me, both of you. I'm excited to be here.
We're so excited to have you. So, as I mentioned in our little intro, and this is the first time we're doing a reading on the podcast. So, thank you so much for letting us do this with you. So,
yes.
Yeah. And, we just want to make sure that you're comfortable, and the information will be podcast appropriate. And if there's anything that we need to discuss later, we will absolutely be able to discuss it. So when we start, I'm going to take us through a little mini meditation just to get us grounded and open. And so in the meditation, if you're listening at home, set your intention. You might get some messages while we're delivering Jason's messages as well. For Benda, Michael, and Jason, we're going to call on our spirit guides. We can connect with family members in spirit, family members that are here in this earth plane. We can go to the past, we can go to the future. So we'll grab anybody who wants to help us move forward. So when we start, for our listeners, if you're driving, do not close your eyes. But if it's appropriate, I'm going to have you guys close your eyes. I'm going to keep mine open just so we don't lose connection. But we're going to close your eyes and we're going to take a big deep breath, breathing in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. And then breathing in. And exhale. And we're going to imagine that healing white light entering in and through the very top of our head, our crown chakra. And we're going to just simply allow that healing white light energy to cleanse, clear, calm each chakra as it works its way down through the soles of our feet. Giving ourselves permission to feel rooted and grounded, connecting with Mother Earth's energy. That'll give us permission to go within. So we'll draw energy through our sixth chakra, third eye, middle of our forehead, and allow that healing energy to enter in and through your mind, releasing old images of who we thought we were, releasing old images of who we thought we needed to be. And that's a big deal. So we quiet our mind, we give ourselves permission to move this energy down through our eyes, our sinuses, through our mouth, our throat, our vocal cords, relaxing our vocal cords. Relaxed vocal cords gives us permission to speak our truth, helps to relax our body, our shoulders, arms, fingers. We'll just spend a moment in your throat around thyroid, thymus, creating T cells, healthy immune system, moving energy down into our heart, opening heart to infinite potential, infinite possibilities. No longer fearing our infinite potential, no longer fearing infinite possibilities. We've got nothing to lose, everything to gain. We'll pause, take a big deep breath, breathing in. And exhale. Breathing deeply gives us permission to release any nervous energy, any grief. Helps us release old armor. Helps us create boundaries that are safe and fluid and allows us to move down into that third chakra. This is the abdomen. Connecting with your willpower, connecting with I will, connecting with I will not. We all carry anger in our liver, so we want Jason to release any anger in his liver, largest heat-producing organ in our body, just simply relaxing it, letting it go. Allowing energy to move down into second chakra, reproductive area, where passions, dreams, desires are stored. Learning how to connect with emotion, but not be overruled, overrun by emotion. Allowing the energy to move down into first chakra, again, rooting ourselves, grounding ourselves, allowing this beautiful energy to move out towards our pelvis. We all carry family history in our hips, releasing old familial history. releasing patterns, generational drama, trauma that wasn't created by us, but that we inherited, so we can let that go. We don't have to forget these stories, but we don't need to carry this in our bodies any longer. Energy down through our thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and feet. And as we release all this old energy, we're simply allowing ourselves to float freely, connecting with our masters, our teachers, our guides, our ascended self, wherein all of our truth lies. And this evening, we're calling on Jason's ascended masters, Benda's ascended masters, Michael's ascended masters for a reading of clarity and truth, guidance and understanding, acceptance and forgiveness. We're also calling on Fire Walker and Gabriella. We'll also call on unto my speaker to introduce us to our own spiritual council. And as we release our will, we ask the divine to restore to us the lightness of our being. As the light and love of God enfolds us and flows through us, we are protected and we remember who we are. We are whole and perfect children of God and ours by divine right, the kingdom of heaven here on earth, helping us to remember that when we knock, doors are opened, answers are given freely. We are grateful and thankful, and so it is. And whenever you're ready, you guys come on back, take your time, and we'll get started. Hey.
Hey.
Hi. How do you feel?
So relaxed.
Good,
Really,
good.
I feel like I can now feel myself sitting in my chair where I wasn't.
See, that's
I
a
didn't
good
feel that
thing.
before.
Good. So I kind of went through the whole meditation that I would take you through in a reading. So you got the full effect because they just asked me to continue with it. So, and it's what was needed. So I just listen, and that's what we got to do. Thanks for letting me do that with you. And to you, to our listeners, I think that's what everybody needs, is that meditation that just allows us to get grounded, to center, to homeostasis, perfect balance. So thank you. So yay, you're here. So as I said, I started this on Friday, and then there, of course, more information came through. So just so you all understand, so whenever you invite me in, like in an email, if somebody wants to book an appointment, that's when the reading starts. I get flooded with a bunch of information. And so Benda had reached out to me and said, oh, would you want to do this on air? And so, of course, I was like, yes, great. And so just all this loving, kind energy came through. I emailed you just to give you a heads up of what this was going to be like. And this immense kindness from you just emanated from your email. And I'm simply sharing that because this is what we're telling everybody about ourselves without saying a word. So this is what people are getting from you as soon as they meet you, when they're around you. And I'm also sharing this because I think sometimes when we're kind, there's an opportunity for people to think that they can take advantage of us. So we're going to just be mindful of that. So we can talk more about that. So what was interesting was, I'm going to just hold up my notes. Not everybody needs to see it. They won't even be able to read my writing, but I've got like a whole page and so of notes here. And then I just wrote some more stuff as we were talking. And so as soon as just so you know, I looked at a picture of you on Instagram. I just wanted something to connect with. So I can pull the picture up and show you. I'll do that later. So, but you're very handsome, and it was a very nice picture, and it's just you. It's just you in the picture. And so the first thought that dropped in was your kidneys. And so I'm like, okay, kidney. And so I'm like trying to remember. So I pulled up kidney. So, this is where Google helps me and Louise Hay helps me. So the spiritual meaning of kidney is, in spiritual and ancient traditions, kidneys represent the deepest, innermost seat of emotions, wisdom, and core vitality. They are often associated with fear when imbalanced, or willpower and trust when balanced, acting as a root of life force and a center for divine judgment, according to traditional Chinese medicine and biblical context. So that's what I got. And like looking at you, I wouldn't think you don't seem fearful. You seem pretty gregarious and you're pretty out there. But so this is like helping people understand, like what we see is not always what's being presented, isn't always what is going on behind the scenes. So So, okay, I'm sitting with the fear, and it's like often linked to fear. So, and then it was like, well, your energy felt clogged. And like, that's not a bad thing, right? We just get blocked up. It's, post holiday. So then it just started with like, we need to work on your follow through. I think you've got amazing ideas. I think your ideas come fast and furious. I don't think you can get your ideas out fast enough. And so what happens is you shut down. And so so don't beat yourself up for the follow through. We can work on that. And we could do a whole podcast series with you. So we can help you get to that place where you're comfortable with your follow through. So I have answers as to why you're not following through. So because the question came through is like, well, then who are you? And it's like you're hanging on to your past. And like, I do not think you're fake. I don't think that you're not authentic, but it's like you've been the dutiful, nice, kind person, but which is real. That's authentic, but we're ready for you to get real. You need to clear your past, because your past is clouding your future. This is the beginning of this beautiful message. So you need the belief in yourself to create your magic. But you can't create magic seeking approval. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to let that sit there for a second, because that really resonated with me for you.
Really resonates with me as well.
So perfect. So then this is, now what I was about to say was not true. So I had to cut myself off, because I've gifted your message to 2 other people over the weekend because I thought it was so beautiful and it was appropriate for them. Just so you all understand. So when you all come and sit with me for 2 and 3 weeks at a time, the messages can be very similar, even though you're all unique and special and doing your own thing. You're all on a very similar path where I'm the one that's going to be delivering this message. So the message was, with both hands to God, I have never said this to somebody. The universe needs you to want more. That's what I said. I was like, ooh, that's good, because they don't often use the words need, but we need to identify our needs, and we need to understand what we want so we can identify our needs. But that message then went deeper, and it was like the universe needs you to want more because they want you to dream bigger. They want to gift you. It's a benevolent universe. It's a funky world that we're living in right now. We are experiencing unimaginable atrocities that have happened before. We just never thought we were going to witness them in our lifetime. But that's why the arts are so important to me. You don't know this, but like, I'm on the edge of my seat. If I'm on the edge of my seat, you pay attention to everything I'm saying, because this is the universe screaming through me for you. Like, you can't be afraid of yourself. You can't be afraid of what you know. This is yours. This is part of your calling. So like the word sin, it's an archery term. It means to have missed the mark. If you were raised as a Catholic, it was like a bad word, like the priest had his thumb on your head, keep you down. You're a sinner. You're bad. You're bad. The word sin it's an archery term. You missed the mark. We don't want you to miss the mark. There is only a message that you can deliver that might bring world peace. There might be a peace that you create. There might be just your presence, but that was the purpose of your life. So don't deny us you. I'm yelling, I know, but don't.
I love it.
Because
I'm from
we
the
want
East
you
Coast,
to get.
so I love it.
Oh, so you got it, and I can talk really fast then. So
please,
okay, is that resonating with you?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, and like, you're lovely. So, and I'm saying this to you and to the audience. So, like, looking at you, I would not think this. Intuitively, this and everything I just said is what you're telling everybody about yourself. You put this, and I know you're confident. This is not a literal translation, and it's not 100%. But we need you to step into your light. We need you to step into your power. I need you to own this. So, and this is being screamed at me. So then it just continued and it went into like, so there was this energy of your sister, and the letter E popped up for me. And I don't know if you've got a sister, you can tell me later. I don't know if there's any E's around you, but then I went to like Emily and Edith. So then you need this energy. You've got to start allowing it, the art of allowing. You've got to allow this energy in. You're not afraid of your failure. You're more afraid of your success. And you need to own it. Don't be afraid of money. Money's power. Money's not the end all, but financial freedom, oh man alive. It gives you permission to say no to the things that you don't want to do. But you've gotten comfortable with, I'm not saying you don't have money, but the energy of struggle is comforting for you. You can tell me you don't like it and I believe you, but it's within your comfort zone. So, and a lot of this, I'm going to shift to something that came through in your meditation. So, and it's funny because I kind of wrote it next to where these messages were. You know how to be high and you know how to be low. I am not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. But the energy can feel like manic, super high, super low. And so, or bipolar. And so I'm not diagnosing, I'm not saying energetically, but I feel like it was learned. And just so you understand where I'm coming from. So my grandmother, my mother's mother, was diagnosed as a manic depressive. And that's how long ago this was and how old I am. And now we know it's called bipolar 1, bipolar 2. But so my grandma had bipolar. So I learned how to create those highs and lows. As far as I know, I'm not bipolar, but I've learned the matriarch of my family, that was our foundation. And so I feel that for you. You can tell me about that later. But obviously, if there's highs and lows, of course, we're going to go to the doctor and get ourselves checked out. But I think you've been using the highs and the lows as a shield. And we're ready to release those shields. I am not a doctor. I need to say that because other people are listening. But you're far enough away from your past now that adult Jason can take over. So you're really funny. You're really smart. I think you write beautifully, and I personally have never read anything that you've written. But your timing is impeccable. You got a great look. We shouldn't worry about that, but it's a world that we live in, so we know people see us. So that's going to at least open doors, but you've got the goods that allows you to stay. And so we're going to talk about this more if you don't mind, but let me just finish what I got. So how are you feeling?
I feel great.
Okay,
this
good.
is all makes total sense. I'm
Good.
All of it.
And I'm not afraid to offer this information, but again, because it's our first time doing a reading, like I want to be careful and I don't want to, push you, but thanks for letting me do this with you because I love it. So
no, thank you. I'm
oh my God, please.
Loving receiving it.
Well, there's a big love fest going on. So yeah, good for us. So
Hey everybody, it's Benda Engelstoft. Are you familiar with that Sunday scary feeling? Me too. I'm someone who deals with anxiety, and the best thing I've found to treat it is to work with my hands. I love to make art, and so I've started the Sunday Scaries Art Club. It's an art club for adults. Find out more at Sunday Scaries Art Club on Instagram.
But so then it was also connecting with your dreams and your passion. And again, I'm going to go back to something that you can't create the magic seeking others' approval. So when you're creating your art, you're creating art for you. And man alive, if somebody digs it, whoop-de-doo, good for you, right? But that's how and why you have to produce and create this. I think you and Zach just wrote a play, or I'm saying it because I think I know that, right? Yeah. So let's get behind that. Listen, Oh Mary's going on a national tour. It's like, well, then why can't you all, right? Come on. You got the energy behind you that would support this. So let's make that happen. And don't be, right now, like, I don't know what's going to happen with that play, but it's like, you got to believe in it in order for me to come and see it. When you put that out there, and this is all the law of attraction, if your energy behind it is like, you know what, good for old Mary, swear to God, oh my God, I'm going to go see it next month. But you're invited. This is how we get ticket sales up. Because I believe in myself, and I think this is hilarious. And you know what? Come and sit with us for 60 minutes or 90 minutes about the girl from Hogwarts or whatever group that she was in that nobody knows about, the horsey girl, right? So that's from memory. But like, come on, man. And Zach makes a pretty horsey girl. So that's the price of admission. So, but this is so that's connecting with your passion. That's connecting with your dream. So I think you don't know what to do if you don't have a struggle. And honey, I wish you were unique and special in receiving that message. You're not the only one. There are many people who, if there's not something to fix or keep us tethered to our past, they really don't know what to do. So freedom scares a lot of people. And I want to be clear with you, honey, is that your energy isn't that attached to what I just said, but there's energy there. And the easiest way to explain that is you're either pregnant or you're not. So whether you're carrying just a little ounce of that energy, you're carrying that energy. And I don't want you to carry that anymore. And I cannot tell you how much they are yelling at me to get that across to you. So, okay, so now, y'all, if you sat with me, you know how much I love Louise Hay. And Louise Hay is the queen of affirmations, but she wrote this book. She was a really smart lady, and just how we carry things in our body and probable cause, and then she gives a new thought pattern. So I pulled up the kidney. And for kidney, I had this all ready to go. She said, so kidney problems are often associated with criticism, disappointment, failure, shame, reacting like a little kid. And when I read that for you, that really resonated with me. So, as the gay, I don't want to assume that you're gay. As gay men,
I am.
Wait a second.
My crush.
Breaking news.
Wait a second. How did I figure that out? Wait a second. So, but, for us as gay men and the shame that we've carried, I can safely say our group of people have been hated equally by most major religions and most ethnicities. And so, I mean, look at how strong we are. And that's the energy that you carry. And that's why this is so important. Not your sexuality. It's just, what it's like to be marginalized. You know what it's like to be othered. And man alive, if we don't feel like we're being called to action right now, I'm telling you, this is your call to action. So get Horsey Girl out there. I don't know that this is where we're going with Horsey Girl, but please say the name of the show. Please say the name of the show.
Susan Bones, the untold story of the horse girl that went to Hogwarts.
See, okay, I got to try to remember that because I want it out there.
I'm hearing that the rebrand is Horsey Girl.
No, but don't listen to me. Like, listen, but listen to Jason. Like, if this is coming, like, you got to be 100% and own it. Like, I've not seen it yet. I was bummed I couldn't make it to the opening, but I'm coming. You told me and Terry something. We show up.
There'll be more shows.
Uncles, gay dads. Yes, but it's like, we're ready for you. And by it's like the universe is ready for you. You wrote this for a reason. Okay, I want to be really clear with you. I'm making this up right now. But if you wrote that show and one person came to see that show, you have done what you needed to do. And you were a success. I'm promising you. Because you showed the universe that you had the courage to put yourself out there. For our people listening who aren't in the arts, imagine you are exposing your soul on a stage, within your camera, painting, poetry, writing. Like, that is so personal. You are so vulnerable. And we live in this world of keyboard critics.
Mm-hmm.
So you're here to crush the keyboard critics. That's a message. I didn't make that part up. Honey, oh my God. That's why you do what you do. And you can't be afraid. Let me say this and we can change my language, but you can't be afraid to be yourself. And you've got to stop apologizing. I don't know what you're apologizing for. You step on somebody's toe. Yes, you apologize, but that's not what I'm talking about. Like you're here, like take up space. Take up space. Take up as much space as you feel that you need because you are a kind person and you will take up space that's appropriate. It's not gluttonous. You're lovely. You are lovely and you need to own that. Okay, so this is just coming in as I'm talking. I didn't finish the kidney thing, did I? Hold on one second. The kidney shit. Hold on
I'm
one second.
so intrigued by the kidney thing.
Well, yeah, so the kidney thing. So I said the kidney problems, criticism, disappointment, failure, shame, reacting like a little kid. So Louise offers a new thought pattern. And Louise says, and this is an affirmation you can use, divine right action is always taking place in my life. Only good comes from each experience. It is safe to grow up. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Totally.
So you're ready. So, and honey, that, that goes from, we can be, I don't think you're childish, but we can be childlike, but we're not childish. And, make adult decisions, but have a blast. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you do what you've got to do. But so like New York is very strong. The energy of New York is very strong for you. And I'm going to New York in February. So, I mean, I know that, and it's the end of the month. So it's not imminent, but I do know I'm going. I'm always mindful of what I've got going on in my own life. So I'm not projecting onto you, but it's got a really strong feel. So if we need to go scout locations, let's go scout locations. Right?
I'm like, hey, this is a
Are
thought process. Oh, I'm like, I need to talk to my husband about this. But yes, I hear you loud and clear.
Yes, because, and again, it's the idea that you weren't afraid to say yes. You were willing to put yourself out there. So listen, so your mom's energy is popping up as I speak about this. And, oftentimes, gay men, gay boys, we're really good sons. But our mothers influence us greatly. And we often shepherd their hurts and their pains and, we soldier on and we take it on as if it's our own. But so let me say this, it may not be a literal translation, but it's like, you don't, how do I say this? I'm here. I'm not frozen. I'm thinking. It's just giving yourself permission to witness mom's pain, but without having to take it on yourself.
Always.
So, and I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. And again, we can talk more later, but it's like, you can't feel guilty for not wanting to suffer for somebody else. So like, I'll just teach this to everybody. It's like people do those meditations where they breathe in somebody's pain and suffering, or they breathe in somebody's cancer. So I am way too sensitive to energy. I'm empathetic. I'm an empath, right? So I can witness somebody's pain and suffering. I can witness if somebody's got cancer or an illness, but I don't need to breathe it in. I don't need it in my body.
Right.
But I can do what I can do to help them. And, that leads me to you, like, you never think you've done enough, which then leads me to wondering if people are taking advantage of you because of your kindness.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. Now I'm going to get mad. So but I love that you're kind, and I can't take that away from you. Nobody wants to take that away from you, but it's learning how to channel it appropriately. So we're going to start like trimming the fat, and you've got nothing to trim off of your body, but we're going to start paying attention to who we're hanging around with. We're going to start paying attention to the crazy makers. We're going to start paying attention in that you don't need that anymore. You've just been given a green light for a project that's near and dear and could lead to other shows and spin-offs and directing other people's plays. So you write really well. I don't know how many times I need to say this to you, but we need to hear from you. We want to hear from you. So again, need is a word I've used sparingly. But so if I'm telling you that we need this from you, I would listen to me. How are you feeling?
Definitely. I feel great. I feel very like everything makes sense. I feel empowered, but also I feel like ready to charge. It's but also calm, which is
Good.
nice.
And
Yeah.
that's what I want you to pay attention to, because that's your intuitive voice. That's your
Mhm.
intuitive self that knows. You're sitting across from somebody, and Benda's here with us. We don't want anything from you. We truly want the best for you.
Mhm.
So this, I'm not saying it has to be me, but I would love it. But this is what you're seeking in your life. This type of
Definitely.
energy. This is what we're all seeking. And it's why Benda and I are doing this podcast. It's like people can come and just dump whatever they need to dump just by listening. And
Mhm.
because we've got the capacity to hold that space for them. We've opened ourselves up as healers. I'm including you in this with your writing. When you open yourself up as a healer, I can't say I've ever healed anybody, but we hold this space for the healing to occur.
Mhm.
And if that doesn't kick your ass to go and be magnificent, I'm going to come down and do what I need to do. I would be scared. So that's kind of a mini version of a reading. So how do you feel? I'm just curious because I never really asked this
Yes.
question. Does it resonate? And how do you think you're going to use it?
It all resonates. You asked me before we started to come with a question or an idea, and everything I thought before I came here today, we talked about, which is
Good.
unbelievable.
Good.
And it's always for me this question of my art versus the reality of my life. And I teach film as well. I've been teaching for
Oh,
about
good.
8 years
Good.
and theater. And the
And the
job is
kids are lucky to
fantastic.
have you.
Oh, thanks. The job is great. I love it. It's kept me afloat through the pandemic. It's
Of course.
supported my family, but I'm an artist. I moved to Los
Yep.
Angeles to be an artist, and there's always that like am I stepping into my artistry enough? Am I
Yeah.
fulfilling why I'm here, or am I just settling for safety and reality? It's a lot of those
Mhm.
questions, which we
So,
talked
and let me just
about.
throw this out. So quit apologizing.
Mm-hmm.
Is my art enough? Quit apologizing. To me, that's an apology. It's like, no. Yes, it is. Yes, my art is enough. And if
Mm-hmm.
today I drew a stick figure, that was enough. And tomorrow I make a film, that's enough. So you always have to go back to capacity. Here, this is simple, and I've offered this to many people. It's like you're an artist. You don't want to be, you are an artist. So, but as you're creating, it's like just going with the intention. The question is a prayer request, it's an intention request. What is mine to do?
Mm-hmm.
And then let's get you out of your own way so you don't block your blessings. I'm telling you right now, you have got a great connection with spirit. You act like you don't hear them. You
So
act
true.
like I know. Really?
It's so true. No,
I know.
absolutely.
And then
Yes.
it's like, and this is something I went through myself, honey, is that when things were easy, I felt like I was taking the easy way out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had this innate ability to make things more difficult than they needed to be. And let me tell everybody in our audience, if it's too good to be true, it usually isn't. Like the snake oil salesman, like we're not looking for a quick fix, right? That's true. However, when things become effortless, don't deny your reality.
Right.
Allow that flow. You're in the flow. You're just going with it.
Mm-hmm.
So you do this push pull with the universe. I told you I was going to stop, but there's more. So, and I told you if you had
Yes.
questions, yeah. But it's like, this stop, start, push, pull. We really want you to stop doing that. If you don't mind me
Yeah.
asking, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Oh, you're a baby. So
Really?
I've explained this to a lot of people. Yeah, I'm 63. So you're just a little kid. And I'm telling you, man, I'm having a blast. And I hope
Thank
you all
you.
are having as much fun as I did and am. Believe me when I tell you I wish that for you.
Mm.
Life in 30s. So 0 to 30 first act, 0 to 29 first act, second act 30 to 59,
Wow.
second act, third act 60 and beyond. We never know what we're going to get in the third act. So first act 0 to 29, you're still a child.
Yeah.
The age whatever, but you're still a child. There's the beginning of the end is around 27. It's the beginning of the end of childhood. There's a very famous group of people who checked out at 27. Janis
Mm.
Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain, in and around to Amy Winehouse, right? 27. It's like it's the beginning of the end of childhood. Second act, 30 to 59. Second act, 30 to 39, you're a young adult.
Mm-hmm.
You become an adult at 40.
Yeah.
If you remember, you guys are probably maybe too young to remember this, but I know you probably know who Gianni Versace is. And
Mm-hmm.
so, but he was murdered in Miami. And so
Yes.
a year after he was assassinated, it was like Out Magazine or something, did a interview with the boyfriend, the lover.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall his name, but he said, you know, a year out, he was fascinated with America in that he's like, you expect your young people to know who they are and what they want to do for the rest of their lives at 17, 18 years old. And he's like, often in Europe, we live with our families until we're married or, established in our careers. It's not unusual. But in America, it's like everybody's like trying to get out, but they're really not ready to get out. And when I read that he said, you're not considered an adult until you're 40. And that doesn't
Wow.
mean we don't have responsibilities and we're not like we can be responsible for what we're doing. But we know that boys' brains are still forming at 25. We know the kids are hitting weed earlier and vaping and whatever that's going to affect their brains or whatever. So the girls are doing it too and they them. So we got everybody covered. So, the way people are maturing is a little bit different. We're changing biology. So I'm running off on a tangent. You're a young adult.
That feels
And
so
so,
validating.
yeah,
Honestly, it feels good.
whoop-de-doo. See, good. So that's the truth. And okay, we live in a world, it's very expensive to be alive right now. Groceries, we live in California. It's an expensive state. It's a beautiful state, but it's
Mm-hmm.
expensive. So, but I'm telling you, you've got the hustle. You're ready. I'm promising you, you are ready. And whatever I'm telling you and how you're interpreting it perfectly. You're ready. We're ready for you. And so we want to assist you. There's this gorgeous non-physical staff that's ready and willing to assist you. Benda and I are
Mm.
sitting right here. We're in physical. Well, maybe are we here? I don't know. So, but we want to help you.
Yeah.
Like we're
Yeah.
ready for the premiere. Like we know how to dial up. We're good to go. Right?
Ah, yes.
Let's make it a
That's,
party.
yeah.
So
Oh,
you can
totally.
have fun while you're working. Let me just say this, you can change my language, but I think there's this fear of like let me say this again, it's on a literal translation. But it's like if you grow up, it's not going to be fun anymore. And I'm telling you, as you grow up, it becomes even more fun. So don't be afraid of adulting because you're teaching us how to be playful.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you didn't really learn how to play when you were a kid. And I
Mm.
think you kind of had this like 1 foot in, 1 foot out existence. And we're ready for you to jump in wholeheartedly, wholly, fully, completely. I love that for you.
I love that for me too, because I feel I have always felt very young, like my
Yeah.
whole life, very,
Yeah.
very young. And when I say my age, 34, I don't connect to that number, but you just telling me that oh no, you're leaving your younger
You're just
self. You're
starting.
starting the next chapter, and it's
Yeah.
new and it's fresh. Is
Yes.
so nice to hear. It's
Yeah,
so
but it's your
good.
choice. It's
And
Mm-hmm.
it's
your
also
choice.
affirming to hear like it's still fun to grow up.
Yeah.
It's
Like
the
I don't
best.
think people
Yeah,
say that enough.
I know.
And
And be silly.
just so you know, be
Mhm.
silly. So a lot of people who are attracted to me, I attract the entrepreneurs, the artists. I attract child advocates. So I'm not saying that
Mm.
like a question, child advocates, but people, and what I mean by that is we're blessed. We're blessed just by the color of our skin, the skill sets that we have, and it's an obligation. It's a privilege, but it's also an obligation for us to speak up for those who don't feel that they have a voice.
Mm.
And a child can be 5, a child can be 95.
Mm.
And that's what your work represents to me, is an opportunity for a child who lives in a very rural area. Hey, the internet's changed everything. iPhones have changed everything. Kids have access to the outside world now. However, it needs to be reaffirmed that maybe there's kids like us in these rural towns that, can hear the air, or, love the arts, and, they need to see that they can grow up and support themselves. And that's why we want you to do what you do. I'm not putting the weight of the world on your shoulders, but when you believe it, you give me permission to believe it as well. And I love that.
Yeah, that's so great.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that way as a teacher too. I feel
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the standard intellectual professor.
Mm-mm.
I'm let's have fun. Like let's do a
Yeah.
project. Let's be
Yeah.
silly. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's good. That's a good role model for some. It's good
But
to teach that.
Those are my favorite teachers.
absolutely. And somebody who knows how to think outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
For what we do, this is the art of creative living.
Yeah.
We give people permission to color outside the lines. This is what I truly believe. Animals, children, elderly, infirm, mentally impaired, they're off limits. We are the stewards for their well-being.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, you can let your little freaky flag fly. If you're not hurting anybody and you want to, you do what you need to do. But so that's common sense. That's not being irresponsible. And what I love for you, Jason, and maybe this will really help it, is that just like as a teacher, professor, it's your perception and your perspective that people are attracted to. You're nice looking, they're attracted to you. So yes, they can be hot for professor. Whoop-de-doo. But it's that giving people permission to believe in themselves. And that's a gift.
Aw,
And
yeah.
if you stay teaching, like we need good teachers. So it doesn't have to be all or nothing, but you need to feed that creative spirit so that you're not
Yes.
feeling resentful. Cause then, okay, I swear to God, I was going to do like a mini reading, but I can't stop. So like getting that
I love
anger,
it.
yeah, but getting that anger out of your liver. We all carry anger in our liver. We all carry family history in our hips. It's true for all of us. Check out the Chinese medicine wheel. But I don't want that anger stored up in your body, because that all that does is creates any word that ends in itis, arthritis,
Yeah.
colitis. I don't want inflammation in your body.
Mm-hmm.
I like when you go to bed at night, I want you to go to bed. I know you fall asleep, but I don't think you're sleeping as deeply as you could be. And that's key to your creative process. I
Interesting.
want to offer you something. So part of your creative process has been worrying,
Yeah.
and we don't need that anymore. That's a coping skill you learned as a child that doesn't work for the young adult.
Mm-hmm.
So how's that?
Totally. It's great. Yeah, absolutely. I attach it, going back to what I was saying before, this like reality versus desire and longing and want. It is that seesaw, that tug of war, and I feel like what you're describing, that worry is me get like an anchor just kind of holding me back on so many decisions.
If I may share something with you, like you thought I was going to be
Please.
quiet. Um, my husband, Terry, taught me this one, and it was in Chicago, and he saw a billboard that said, "Worry is the greatest waste of imagination."
Mm-hmm.
So true. And if you've
Totally.
read any of the Stoics' teachings, Stoicism, and these are my words, they said it much more eloquently than I'm about to say it, but it was like, you shouldn't worry at all. And like, why worry about something twice?
Yeah.
Like, wait till it happens. We're doing our best to put that good energy out there to, have things move the way that we would like them to move. But okay, maybe it's not going to happen the way that we want it to. Well, then I'll worry about it then. We could be proactive. It's not shucking responsibility, but that's really strong for you. So you were taught how to worry. It's a natural ability for most of us, but it doesn't resonate with me for you. It's like you're acting, and I don't
Mm.
think you're fake. So I want to make sure you're understanding it the way I'm delivering it.
Yeah.
It's just a shield.
Totally. It doesn't feel
Mm-hmm.
genuinely me, but I know it's
Mm-mm,
like
mm-mm.
almost a habit.
It's a habit. Thank you. That's the best way to
Yeah.
frame it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited for you. And so how do we move forward? So, the play's already written, you're performing it already. And so now we're going to start setting the intention. If I'm making this up, but it's like, do we need to have some, run throughs? You guys have to give me the language, but it's like, you've had an opening. It's like, okay, maybe we tweak it. You know your
Yes.
work. I mean, but it's like, but it's funny. And people, like, you give us permission to go watch something for 60 minutes, 90 minutes. We can kind of forget what's happening out in the rest of the world. But we need that.
Yeah.
That's not being irresponsible. That's necessity. Our brains were not wired for this much chaos and mass destruction. And it's happening
Totally.
faster and it's more violent. So again, it's why I'm such a proponent of the arts. You guys give us permission to dream a bigger dream, and we need the artist to dream a bigger dream. Listen, I do not believe in the starving artist. I know your industry has changed. I know that. But I don't believe you have to suffer.
Yeah.
We all have adversity. So again, that could be another show. But so we're ready for you. And honey, just because I'm saying it, the beauty is you get to do whatever you want with this. Do I want you to use it? Of course I do. But free will, you get to use it the way you feel the need to use it.
Absolutely. And
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 I would sit with this even for 24 hours. Like, you feel very emotional to me right now. And I'm not trying to make you cry, but I can just feel the emotions bubbling up because I feel like you finally have permission to accept that you're not making this up.
yeah. I can be silly, and it's valid and it's valuable, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to judge it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I love what you said. Going back to Horsey Girl, it's a ridiculous. It's stupid,
It's
but
so ridiculous. We love that.
but
We
I
love that.
think stupidity and taking people out of their reality is so
Absolutely.
therapeutic.
Absolutely. Do you know one of my favorite things, and I would love it if you guys did this, is like when the adults are playing like a teenager with other teenagers,
Oh
but you can
yeah.
clearly tell that that
That's
I don't
my
know why that makes
favorite
me
thing in the
laugh.
world.
It's so funny. Okay, then that's why I said it. I think it's so funny. And those adults acting like teenagers are so convincing. And
Oh yeah.
in their mind, he is a 13-year-old girl and just the biggest heartbreak and whatever else just happened. It's like, but it's funny.
played by a 40-something-year-old man
with a beard. It's so believable. But I love it. I love it. So, good for you. Like, you've got permission. And if you don't mind, I'd love to hear, Benda knows you better than I, and this maybe is our first time meeting, but Benda, what do you think? What do you feel about his messages? And you know him, and are there things that I said that you witnessed him, but you thought that, but weren't able to say it to him, to Jason?
I think I wouldn't have known that Jason had fear. Like, that's something that, like, as you said, like, for me, I see my friend and you're so joyful and kind, and you are always so willing to help and to give of yourself. Like, that is absolutely who you are. And I love listening to Michael. You don't need it, but sometimes we need to hear it from somebody else, to be given permission to prioritize your...
So I'm so sorry.
And Millie agrees. Millie?
Absolutely. Trust yourself.
Yes. Permission to prioritize the artist. And I think, like, that tug of war that you're talking about, like the security of, like, a full-time job teaching and so on versus doing the artistry. I think we're all learning how to balance the two. Yeah. And I think it's very important for all of us artists to know that just because you have a day job does not make you less of an artist.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you say
That's
don't
the
need,
truth.
And when you say, like, what was I going to say? That we don't need to suffer. Exactly. You don't need to be doing art 24 hours a day, making no money. We are allowed to go and have jobs and do other things. And in fact, we should, because that is what is going to feed and inspire. You're writing about teenagers. You're working with teenagers. They're inspiring that work every day. The things that they're doing and saying, you have access, you've tapped into something that I don't have access to. I can't see. I don't know what the hell teenagers are doing. I'm scared of them. But you're working with them on a daily basis, and they're listening to you, Jason, and they're learning from you, and you are showing them what adulthood can look like, something that they can look forward to.
Oh, thank you. And
that's what I'm hearing.
I love... Sorry. No, please.
No. You're validating their existence.
Oh, yeah.
When the world is telling them they're wrong or no, or you're not going to make it, whatever. We know it's a tough industry. There are no illusions. We're realists, not fatalists. You're giving them permission to at least explore their dream.
Yeah.
And I cannot tell you how valuable that is. I promise you.
And
we'd much rather hear from you. Go ahead.
No, please. It's so wonderful, because that's like what I want my class to be. Today we found film stills from different movies and created our own stories that inspired us. And I just was having them look at images and think about what images they connect to. And some kids were showing me, like, creepy, disturbing, violent images that they were like, I like this. And I'm like, great. Like, I don't know if they're used to hearing, like, that inner whatever it is that's coming out in this class,
darkness, like, or whatever.
That's okay, and we love it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And that excites me. It's just being the freedom, Michael, that we were talking about. This freedom of, I've always loved my entire life to just be silly, goofy, childish, and the fear that you're talking about is like, am I too old to keep acting that way? But Susie Bones is like the most childish product a 30-something-year-old could make, but it's what I love. It makes me so joyous.
I never paid attention to Susie Bones in the Harry Potter movies, so you taught me something. I got turned on, and it's like, but there's her whole character,
giving her a voice,
whole big story. So that's what you did.
Yeah,
you are
pretty
Susie
remarkable.
Bones. You are Susie Bones. Give yourself the voice.
Yes. Yeah. So, it'll be interesting for you to sit with this. And, I would love it. I often ask people to send me an email in 30 days, call me, email me, whatever. But it's like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
let us know how this is working for you, what information landed that you were able to use, what you felt you should put in your back pocket. You don't want to, you don't have to, but it's more, that's accountability. Like I know
will.
sitting with me is the easiest part, but it's
I
like once you're
definitely
back in your
will.
own life. But I'm telling you, the energy that, I've talked about this in my coaching work. It's like you're literally growing up. You really need to hear this. And so I don't mean like pointing a finger at you like you need to grow up. It is
Yeah.
literally you're growing up into the upper echelon of your energy, where the people who want to play with you and support you, who will check you, because we're not looking for yes men and women and they, them, but it's like people who will support what you want to accomplish. Okay, I need to tell you this too. Not everybody's meant to hear your dream in the incubation stage. It's not safe. It's Brene Brown. I didn't make this one up, but not everybody has earned the right to hear your story. I don't know if she said this or I made this up, but not everybody has the right to be in your presence. They need to earn the right to be in your presence. And so even if the work that you're doing is for a niche or niche, say niche market, then that's the market that you're going after.
Wow, yeah.
There's a lot. This is a benevolent universe. There's a lot of cash out there. I'm telling you, there's a lot of money in this world. Believe me when I tell you, there's a lot of money. And all we're doing is opening ourselves up to receive it. Because
Yeah.
again, money gives us permission to say no to the things that we don't want to do, and it gives us permission to do great things. I keep cutting you off, but messages keep coming through. So please continue. I'm so sorry.
No, please. I'm
You were gonna-
hearing you say not everyone can have a seat at the table is such
Yeah.
an interesting thing to hear as a people pleaser.
Right. Oh my
That is-
God. Because
you
nobody
know?
told us that we did not know we could walk away. We did not know
Right.
that we could say no. So I understand. And maybe and mom's great, not blaming anybody, but maybe this is what our mothers taught us. And it's time to reclaim our own narrative.
Yeah.
That's a big deal for you.
Totally.
Okay, here, one more thing. So
Yes.
you can't worry about being liked. I
Oh
tell
my
this to everybody, but
gosh.
you can't worry about being liked.
Story
But you
of my life,
absolutely
Michael.
need to be right, but you need to be respected.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need to be respected. And so not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to like the work that you're doing. That is okay. So we're going to learn not to take things personally. So for you listening, Jason and Benda, but to our listeners, if you'll notice, the longer we sit, and this is not like you got to come and sit with me for hours and hours and hours, but the longer we sit, the deeper we get to go, because all we're doing is sifting and clearing. And I know you hear my voice, but what's really happening is there are these thousands of light workers that are pulling energy and lifting and taking. And that's where I felt the emotion. So, this is a lot for, I'm not kidding. I could keep going and going and going. That's a really big deal for you.
Absolutely. I feel I feel like almost like light coming out of my chest right now. It's so wild.
Good for you. Good for you. Good.
Yeah.
That's what we want. And this is you connecting with the lightness of your being. Honey, the honest to God's truth, not everybody's going to like us.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We are not meant for the masses. Believe me, that is okay. We're artisans. We're special. We're unique. Everybody's special. Everybody's unique. But, smart humor is appreciated. Smart artist, listen, you can be silly and campy and funny, right? But smart.
Yeah.
I'm not above blue. Believe me. Trust me. I love a dirty joke, right? But you're really smart. You make people think. I don't know how much Horsey Girl's going to make people think, but the essence of you is you make
or not
people
think.
So
And we need that too.
We need that.
Benda, that's so true. We do.
I need to not think sometimes.
I swear to God, right? Absolutely. So how's that?
It's great. It's really great. It feels calming. It feels like information I've always known, but now I just have permission to keep going with it. Just keep going down that road.
Yeah. Good for you. That makes me happy.
One of my favorite things I've heard is that the universe, we often think that the universe is conspiring against us, but rather thinking the universe is conspiring for you. Like it's working. It wants you to succeed. It wants
you to succeed.
You to do well.
Absolutely.
It wants everything that you want.
You're not being punished. It's just when you're out of alignment, things are in disarray. It feels like we're, the world's against us. But like, no, it's not. It's aligning you with what is yours to do.
Correct.
Right. Thank goodness.
That was awesome.
Wow,
so good.
Thank you for letting me
a little bit.
Be witness to that. That was so cool.
Yes.
It was amazing. Gosh, I feel like I went through a beautiful workout. Like I did hot yoga or something.
Totally. I remember after my reading with Michael, I was like drenched in sweat just from like I was just like, wow. like you wrung me out. It was awesome.
Yes. Like a shed of skin. Oh my gosh. I feel lighter.
Well, and so, it's funny that you said that, and don't discount your own intuition. We just left. I don't know that much about Chinese medicine. I know as much as everybody else. We just went through the year of the snake, so we're shedding. And now this year's the year of the horse. Oh my God. This is what I love. Sometimes I'm so quick, I forget everything. Oh my God. It's the year of the horse. It's the year for the horsey girl. Oh my God.
Jason.
Come on. Oh my God. Look at this.
I'm calling Broadway.
Come on.
Get him on the horn.
It's all about power. Oh my God. I didn't even think of that.
Oh,
wow.
good.
Incredible.
Because that was too easy. Look at that. Oh my God. Okay, that's awesome.
Horsey girl.
Yes,
it's the year of the horsey girl.
That's awesome.
Oh, good.
I love that for you. Oh, that was good.
Thank
okay,
you.
good. I'm glad I said that. Wow. Oh, that's good. That's great marketing.
Susie Bones.
Absolutely, year of the horsey girl.
Yes.
It's the year of the horsey girl. It's the year of Susie Bones. It's the year everyone's going to meet her.
Here she comes.
Here she comes.
Yay, she's coming, right?
Oh
that's
my
awesome.
gosh. That's so good.
Whoop-de-doo. Good for you. That's great.
That's so good.
That's good. I'm impressed with that one. So that's good. Oh, that's good. That makes me happy. I like when I say that. So. Wow.
That makes me like lightheaded.
Yes. Yeah. But that's the truth. That's your truth.
Yeah.
So that's what you pay attention to moving forward. How does it make you feel? How does it make you feel? If this reading doesn't make you feel good, get off this call. If the person you're sitting with doesn't make you feel good, stop the conversation. People have off days. We're not going to cut everybody out of our life, but oh man, the complainers, You guys are here to create. You got to be very careful with who you surround yourself with. I cannot stress that enough.
Yes,
okay,
absolutely. I could keep going on and on, but thank you. Yes, it's so.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you for being open to this.
Thank you both so much for having me. This is so fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Good. So
all
have a
all the
recording of all of
listeners.
this.
All you listeners, I highly recommend doing this.
Now, just remember, there's only one of me, so there's only so much I can do.
Right.
Please. But yes,
please.
But I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready. I love it. But I really do love doing this. So I'm
so
really
wonderful.
excited to see what you're going to do with it. Thank you.
And I promise I will email you in a month. That's okay?
Yeah. Because then we'll talk about it.
That's great.
Absolutely.
I would love that.
Yes. We'll have like a little follow-up.
Love that.
That'd be
Absolutely.
awesome.
So get ready for the Tonys. Come on, man.
And the winner for best play, Susie B.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, gosh.
I will come dressed as one half of a horse to the Tonys.
I'll come as the other. So there.
I don't know.
Perfect.
Michael will be the other half. We will be there.
Johnny, Terry will bring
Oh
them
my
all,
gosh.
Right? Your
Thank
little
you.
stable will be with you.
That's right.
Thank you both so much. This was so great.
Thank you.
It was so. Oh, Mel, stop ruining it. My dog. It was just so, again, like, nothing's changed, but at the same time, so much has changed after this. It feels very just opening it up, ripping it open when it's what was already there.
Thank you for sitting with us today. We hope you're leaving with a little more clarity and the permission you've been looking for to create on your own terms. Remember, the clearer your intention, the faster the universe responds. To join our community or to book a private session, visit michaelfrontier.com and follow us on Instagram at michael.frontier and Benda Ingrid. Keep trusting your signal, and we'll see you next time on Reading the Room.